Way to go, Don. Congratulations. Okay, let's give another big round of applause for not only the fantastic people here, but the Finley River Community Foundation for working hard to recognize and support those people that do so much for us here in Ozark. Let's give them a round of applause. Before we get to our speaker for the evening, I want to just give you an update as well on the Chamber of Commerce. Probably should have done this earlier, but this is probably a good time today. As you probably have seen in some of the newspapers, we've had a lot of good press, and that's great. There's a lot of stuff going on here in the Chamber of Commerce. Our committees are up and running. They are making some great plans you'll be seeing this year. 09 is going to be a fantastic year for the Ozark Chamber of Commerce and the Ozark City as a whole. We have our Business Expo coming up on May 2nd. The Events Committee, co-chaired by David Horsey and Brad Eldridge. Those guys, that committee, that is one of the most awesome committees I've ever seen in my life. They've been working hard for the last 3 months to get their plans ready. We have a rule here that all plans have to be to the board of directors for approval 2 months in advance. They're going to have theirs done 3 months in advance. And everything is going great. It's going to be probably one of the biggest business expos you've ever seen. So if you're not planning on going anywhere for May 2nd, go check it out. You will be impressed. Now let's keep it there, so I keep the suspense up. I'm not going to tell you everything. We're going to have a lot of great stuff here. Trust me. We're starting a Legislative Affairs Committee for the first time. That's going to be starting up soon, and hopefully we're going to send a representative from that to the State Address in Jefferson City in a couple weeks. And also we're planning on having at least once or twice a year legislative updates for folks who come to our luncheons to find out what's going on from the municipal level to the federal level, how it affects the economy, businesses, and just everybody in general, keep you informed. We have a membership committee that has their plans ready to go. That's co-chaired by Todd Anderson and Chandler Johnston. Those guys have worked on a very, very fantastic looking brochure that we're going to use as a recruiting tool. They're going to be going door to door, they're going to be trying any possible way to get people in here and see the Chamber of Commerce is a re-energized and exciting place to be. And it's a very effective place to be, and they need to be part of it. So you're going to love that. Those of you that are going to be at the Chamber Luncheon this January on 29th, it'll be a glimpse of that will be given to you all. So that's it. If you're not a member, you don't have to be a member to come to our lunches. Look on the calendar, RSVP, we'll take care of you. Come on by and check out what's going on at the Chamber there. Let's see here. Our Strategic Planning Committee has revised the bylaws. The board is reviewing those right now. We'll hope to give you an update on that. That also is more streamlined, more effective, and will help us get things done very, very quickly and keep as many businesses open, bring as many businesses into the area that we can, and just try to grow the city of Ozark as much as we can, as smart as we can, with our City Chamber partnership. As well as our partnerships we've been having with Nixon Chamber, Springfield Chamber. Those of you that get our emails know we're partnering with them for an international trade seminar to assist our local businesses in finding a way to globally market their products and services. So we're taking Ozark global, we're taking them regionally with our ORAP partners and the Ozark Regional Partnership, and I'm working on other things for statewide. So we're trying to give you guys as many opportunities as you can to market your products in the widest possible customer base that we can get for you. And we'll be working on some projects for that in the near future, so keep watching the news for that. And then also we're going to be making a strategic plan, a 3-year plan. And that's the first 3-year plan that I know of the Chamber's had, at least in a few years. And we're going to begin working on that as soon as the bylaws are approved and moving forward. That will be for 2011. Where do we want to see our Chamber of Commerce be? Where do we want to see our economy be? Obviously, we want to remain strong. And I know we can get through this. The economies are kind of tight right now, but I know we can get through it together if we plan and we work together on that. So that's another awesome thing coming up, and we'll let you know about that. So as you can tell, that's just a glimpse of things going on. Our board's working very hard. Our committee's full of volunteers. The businesses are working very hard. And it's going to be a great year. Now, looking forward for you to see that. So, before we go on any further, sorry?
5 minutes. We're going to close the silent auction.
5 minutes till we close the silent auction. Okay. 5 minutes. 5 minutes to close the silent auction. Okay, we're going to do another couple drawings here before we bring up our speaker. Where are you at, man? There you are. All right. Another Shandy card, 641 421. 641 421. Hey, that's a excited guy over there. Congrats, sir. All right, the next one. This won't be Steve Childers again. We don't have 2 tickets, you see. No? Just one? Okay, good. Okay. 641-419. Hey! Give him a hand, everybody. All right. Well, I know you've all been looking forward to hearing from this fine gentleman this evening. I'd like to introduce our guest speaker for the evening. We're looking for someone to speak in our first Ozark Community Dinner and Award. I thought, and we all thought, what better than have someone with local roots that could not only give us a great speech, but also through an extraordinary life demonstrate that great things come from this town. Great things come from Ozark. Let me just read a little bit about our guest speaker here before we bring him in. David Appleby, born in Springfield, graduated from Ozark High School, Missouri State University with a BS in Economics, University of Missouri School of Law. He is licensed to practice before the U.S. Supreme Court, U.S. District Court, Western District Court, and all Missouri courts. He's practiced law for 33 years, which includes service in elected prosecuting attorney for Christian County. He has been active in numerous law-related activities to include serving as president of the Christian County Bar Association and as chairman of the Missouri Regional Council on Criminal Justice. He has also served on the Board of Aldermen for Fremont Hills. He's also a retired Special Forces colonel. He has extensive active in the reserve service of the U.S. Army as a Vietnam veteran, numerous awards and decorations. And in addition to Vietnam, he also has foreign service in Panama, South Korea, Germany, and Belgium. He is a member of numerous charitable, patriotic, hereditary, fraternal, and veterans organizations to include Ancient, Free, and Accepted Masons, the VFW, the American Legion, and he has served as Grand Prior, which is like a national president, of the Sovereign Military Order of the Temple of Jerusalem, more commonly known as the Knights Templar, and as such traveled extensively in Europe, North America, and the Holy Lands on charitable related missions. He's currently serving as President General, again like a national president, of the National Society of the Sons of the American Revolution. David has recently led a delegation of Americans to Paris, France, on the celebration of the 225th anniversary of the signing of treaties ending the American Revolution, sponsored by the President of France, Nicolas Sarkozy. Ladies and gentlemen, present to you, David Appleby.
Thank you, Chris. Is it on?
It's on.
Thank you, Chris. It is on? Okay. Well, the biggest surprise so far tonight has been the fact that I see so many people that I do know. I'm not so sure that I expected that. I see people that I went to school with, like Carolyn and, of course, Mayor Watts. And I see long time neighbors, the great Ray and Cherry Weeder, and great friends, the Branches and the Calignans, and longtime family friends. I see Neil Grubaugh, and just so many of you that I know, and kind of we all grew up together here in many ways, a lot of us. But what was shocking about it was that many of you would know me and still show up tonight. So I appreciate that very much. Well, this is a great place. And not too long ago, in fact, last Memorial Day, and in fact, we were talking about at the table about the joys of grandchildren, and I had an opportunity to be with my granddaughter. She was 8 years old then, Parker, and on Memorial Day, and we started a tour because my grandparents did that with me, and my great-grandparents did that with me in this very community. And so we started in Linden, and then we went to Sparta. We got back to Ozark, and we had lots of time, and it was a nice evening and afternoon. And so we drove all around Ozark, and we looked at all the places that I lived, and we talked about all the places where the grandparents of the kids that go to school with her lived. And we looked all over town, and we looked at where the schools were, and we looked at where things were, and she didn't believe we actually had an opera house here at one time. That predates even me. But we looked at everything. We wound up at the Ozark Cemetery. We walked around and we looked at all the graves of all of our ancestors, hers and mine. We got back in the car, and she was unusually quiet. Some of you know Parker. And she was unusually quiet for Parker. And finally she said, "Papa, did you invent Ozark?" Well, I'm going to tell you what I told her in a few minutes, but no, of course, you know that I didn't invent Ozark. It was here long before me. But I do know quite a bit about it, and it does occur to me as I look around and there's so many